Hello there, my name is Laren and welcome back to my YouTube channel, or if you're here for the first time, welcome as well to my YouTube channel Letting Koto Kai. And I play the traditional instrument from Japan called the koto. And today I will be describing some koto playing techniques that we use, and I will be teaching you the correct way to sit and the plectrums that we use as well. And so you want to sit at an angle to the koto, following the direction of the bridges, like so that your body is at an angle to the koto and your arm as well. And then you want to have these 13 bridges placed underneath each string. And to tune, you just want to move the bridges back and forth to tune. And my favorite tuner that I have been using for a long time now is the Super Tight Snark Tuner. It looks like this, and I just bought it off of Amazon for like $13, and it works perfectly for tuning this koto instrument. And so this one I would really recommend, especially for beginners. It's the perfect tuner to use. And the finger plectrums, you're going to need 3 finger plectrums called sume in Japanese. And you can get the ones that have Velcro, which you can tighten around your finger, or you can get the ones that have the band sizes already pre-sized so that they fit your finger that way as well. And so I use the ones that are already pre-sized, and so this is the one I use. And then I sometimes, if I'm playing for a performance, then I'll put tape on so that they don't come off. And I usually use like a medical tape to really make it secure onto my finger. And so to play this instrument, you need to have your arm at an angle and pluck the string, but you don't want to pluck it in the air like this. You don't want to do that. You want to pluck it so that the pick hits the string behind it. Like that. And there are 2 pushes that we use for the koto. Since the koto has a pentatonic scale, which means that it's tuned to 5 notes, but when we push a half push and a full push, we can get more notes that way as well. So a half push would look like this. You want to have your thumb closer to the bridge of the koto, and you're going to play on the left side of the bridge. And then you're going to have your left hand in an upright position. And you're going to want to push halfway down. And you can always use your tuner as well and place it here and have it on and play the string. And it should be a half note higher when you play it. So you can also make sure and practice that way too, to get your ears used to that sound of a half push. And then eventually you won't be needing to use the tuner. But for beginners, that would be a perfect way to start off. And then if you want to do a full push, it's the same exact way as a half push as far as your hand placement, but what you want to do is, instead of pushing halfway down, you want to push the string all the way down to hit the wood of the koto. So you want to have your thumb again close to the bridge and your hand in upright position and pushing full all the way down. And it might hurt the first few times you do it, or for a while, because you're new to this and your fingers aren't used to it yet. But as you get better and improve, then your fingers will, and eventually they'll have calluses on them too, so they'll get harder and get more used to the push, and so it won't hurt as much as you go on. Next, I will teach you about the playing techniques. And you want to always keep your left hand on the left side of the bridges. You want to always have it placed there unless you're not playing and you're just waiting to play. But other than that, you want to always keep your left hand on the left side of the koto bridges, not on your lap. And so the first technique I want to introduce to you is skui. And skui is a scooping motion. You want to play how you would normally play, but instead of stopping there, you're going to scoop back up onto that same string. So it should sound like this. That is skui. The next technique is glissandro. Glissandro goes up and down the scale. It could be fast or slow, depending on the music. And you can also use your left hand as well, but you want to use your thumb and your middle finger for this technique. And you can start up here at the top of the koto or down here at the bottom of the koto. And you want to use the corner of the pick. And use your left hand. So after you're done using your right hand, you alternate with your left hand. And you can use your thumb too. That is glissandro. The next playing technique is hiki-iro. Hiki-iro is bending the note's sound by pulling your left hand to the right. So you're going to play or bend it on the left side of the bridge and play how you would normally. And you're literally just pinching and pulling using your thumb and index finger. That is hiki-iro. Next we have wallen, which is to descend down the scale of the koto, and we use the back picks for this technique. We use our second and third pick, and we glide down the scale using the back of our picks, like so. And we can use our thumb as well to follow behind, but we want it to sound like this. That is wallen. Tremolo, which is the fast repetition of a pitch. For tremolo, you want to pinch your thumb and index finger together, and by doing this, you create a little triangle on the index finger. And with the corner of that triangle, you're going to move back and forth across the strings. It could be one string, or you could go down multiple strings. But if it is just one string, you can have enough time to have your pinky placed to secure it on the string before the string that you are doing the tremolo on. So you just want to move back and forth and have your pinky secured. And that's what that looks like if your pinky is secured. But if you're doing multiple strings at a time, then you don't have time to secure your pinky. So you have to do it kind of freehand in the air. So I'll show you what that looks like too. That is tremolo. Next we have sararin and kotorin. First is sararin, which combines tremolo and wallen together. So sararin should look like this. And then kotorin is to skip down the scale of the koto, and it should sound like this. Suchiro. Suchiro is an accent with a slight rising pitch. It's gonna be like pushing, except it's really quick. So you're not gonna be doing it for that long. And it should sound like bouncing a ball, So it should sound like this. That is Suchiro. Shashaten. Shashaten is another technique that we use using our second and third pick. And we use our thumb as well. And we scoop the sound, and we do this across two adjacent strings. And so you want to use the second pick first, and then the third pick second. So you want to scoop into the palm of your hand. Sha, sha, like that. And then play the other, because 1 and 5, see, 1 and 5 are the same note. So you want to play 1 and 2, scooping like this, sha, sha, and then 5. So it's just playing those chords together. Harmonics is a more complicated technique. And you want to use your left hand index finger and just place it gently on the string and move it around lightly to find where that sweet spot is on the right side of the bridge. And that sounds like it on that string, but it's going to be a little bit different depending on the string. There it is, you can hear it on that string. And there it is on that string. It's very complicated, but if you have to play this technique for a piece, then what you can do is mark it with a colored pencil, and that way it won't like stain the string, but you can mark it with a colored pencil beforehand, before you play the piece, and then when you're playing the piece, you'll know right where the sweet spot is, and you can just put your finger on top of the colored pencil mark, and then it should be that harmonics note. We're almost done, and next we have staccato, which is to mute. And it's basically using your left hand to stop the note from continuing on. So you're just going to play how you would normally play, but stop it with your left hand right after you play. That is staccato. Lastly, we have shoe. Shoe, shoe, shoe. For shoe, you want to use your index finger, and you're going to use it to glide across the first few strings, or just the first string in general, usually. So what you want to do is use the side of the pick. So this side here. And what you want to do is just glide like this using this type of motion. So it should sound like this. So practice that too, and you'll get better at it. And those are all of the techniques that are most commonly used while playing the koto. And stay tuned for my next video where I'll describe to you how to play Sakura Sakura, which is a very famous song from Japan. And so I'll show you how to use those techniques in the piece Sakura Sakura. So hope to see you next time. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that it was very helpful to you who are first beginners on the koto. Thank you for listening to my video. Bye!